Tossing bags under Michigan skies, Great Lakes breeze where the champions rise. Boards on the lawn, stakes in the ground. Cornhole's the game that brings the crowd. Michigan cornhole, we're taking a shot. Spin it just right, hit the sweet spot. Talking all things bags from dusk till dawn. Michigan cornhole, game on, game on.
All right, welcome back to the Pine Podcast. We're on episode 14 this week. 14.
Woo, woo.
We're hitting the mid-teenage years finally. Yeah, I was thinking that. As always, we got our amazing sponsors, CaddySack Customs. If you're looking for anything custom in the cornhole world, go to CaddySackCornhole.com. Use Ridley 10 or Grade 10 and get yourself a discount.
Yeah, why not Woodworking? Joel G over there doing. Oh, there you go. Why not Woodworking? Joel G over there doing a phenomenal job. I think he's bored right now, so
Send them some work.
yeah, send him some work. He's got a little downtime right now, so definitely send him some work.
Hey, I've seen Josh Bates, they're why not?
I did see that. Um,
This-
just loving sprinkles.
Yep.
Yep. Can't say enough about the sweet treats over there. I know everybody's got a sweet tooth. Reach out to them and order some sweet treats today.
Absolutely. Got goated bags. If you're looking for some ACL cornhole bags at an affordable price, they got everything for you with carpets, wise, and fast sides. Use Ridley 10 at checkout. Get yourself a discount at goatedbagco.com. And lastly, we got rolling bags. You guys are going to see a lot of that this weekend in Tennessee. You're going to have some rolling bags, media stuff going on. So
Yeah, some new fun stuff to work with and play around with. So it's going to be fun.
I got
And
nothing else to do.
speaking of this weekend, what's going on?
Road trip.
Road trip.
We're going down to the volunteer state.
Yes, Murfreesboro, Tennessee. Here we come.
Funny part is we're going to get 14 text messages tomorrow. We're like, I had no idea.
Yeah, I know. I didn't tell nobody.
Me either.
Yeah. So you'll find out tomorrow, and you'll be too late. We'll be already on the road.
By the time you guys even listen to it, we'll be halfway there.
Yep. Text us and tell us how much you hate us because we're heading there and you're not.
You're welcome, by the way.
Yeah. But no, road trip. Me and Chris decided to go to an interstate down in Tennessee. Gonna partner up and drag into. Well, I can't really call Lucas a kid anymore, can you?
Right, sure. They're
Yeah.
younger than us kids.
Lucas Piper and Alex Hawkins rolling down with us. So, little road trip. Gonna have some fun. Go down there and what? I mean, they got like 5 events going on, right? Little
Yeah, so you got
crew cup,
a
blind
blind draw on Friday, then you got your
Yeah.
usual doubles on Saturday, and then it goes into a blind draw crew cup.
Yeah.
And then Sunday they have co-ed, which clearly we didn't bring the ed part, but
We'll see. There might
maybe
be
we
some
might
down
find
there that
somebody.
be like, hey, I'll tell you right now, if you're from Tennessee and you're listening to this, or if you're going,
Let me
no
know.
matter what your caliber is, if you're looking for somebody to throw, all 4 of us will throw with anybody. I guarantee
For
you,
sure.
and have some fun if you promise to have fun.
Yes,
So
we promise to have fun. So
yes,
that's
for
the first
sure.
policy on this.
That is it. I don't even. Yep. So yeah, pretty excited about that.
I can't wait.
No, it's spur of the moment stuff's always fun.
And then we don't really have much to talk about other than that. And then we have there's a benefit tournament this weekend at Auto City Eagles for the bartender there, Lori. She unfortunately her house had burned down, and they're trying to get her some money and for things they need for her and her man. And I'd recommend you guys check it out. It'll be on Sunday. I believe bags fly at 12,
12 or 1.
right around there.
Something like that. Yeah, money. Like I said, they lost their whole house in the fire, so I'm sure any type of stuff. If you show up Sunday and don't even want to play, just say, hey, what do you guys know? I don't even know who to really reach out to on that. Stephanie Bond,
Stephanie
pretty
Bond,
good.
or
Yeah,
just like you said last
just
week, look
yeah.
up Auto City Eagles. They
Yep.
got a page, follow it, and they'll have all the information on there as well. So
Yep, that's what I'm going to be doing since I can't make it. Find out kind of afterwards if there's anything that they still need. I'll reach out and help support.
sounds good.
So No regionals or nothing last weekend. No regionals this week. Oh, there's a Motor City this weekend, ain't it?
No, next
Nope,
weekend.
next weekend. Oh yeah, because we're gonna be at the Signature in Kansas City.
Yep.
So we're gonna throw that out there. Next weekend we'll be in Kansas. I will for Signature. Number 3, first pro teams event.
I'm looking forward to seeing how that goes
Yeah.
since the new format with owners and all that stuff. So
Yep.
can't wait to see how that goes.
Having owners on the sidelines rooting. They should build like suites like Jerry Jones sits ins and
Oh
stuff,
my
and
God.
the owners get to sit there and watch
I
it.
mean, it would be funny. It'd be cool too.
It would be.
Hey, if you make the price right, I might even just buy one of those suites as long as it's one of those like all you can eat and all you can drink.
Oh
Down.
yeah. Yeah. So that's gonna be exciting. Get to root a few people on for Michigan: Jordan Power, Chase White, Lucas Piperd,
Yep.
Florida Freeze. They got the 2 seed. Florida Freeze did. Brackets out for that, so check that out. That's gonna be
Yeah.
exciting.
But other than that, we'll have a interview with Chaz Tower, who's the owner and operator of Blue Collar Cornhole, as well as the ACL State Director. We'll talk a little bit about ACL states and some other stuff. So hope you
Yeah.
guys enjoy that on the other side here.
Yeah. Appreciate it.
All right, welcome back to the Pine Podcast. We got a awesome guest with us today, ACL State Director Chaz Tower. Welcome back. Welcome to the podcast.
How's it going, fellas? Glad you invited me.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It was always in the works.
Yep.
There's a lot of people out there. We just timing's everything. So
Yeah.
talked to a few people today and yesterday. Kind of works best for everybody, and I think this is perfect. So
Yeah, Chris and I had talked in the background, and there were ample opportunities for me to talk about stuff going on because it seems like I've always got something going on. But the ACL State one, I really need to get some legs under it and get the word out. I'm still working on getting everybody's got the date. The registration is open on the app, but I got to get the Facebook thing slamming and get that sharing and.
it's a process.
Yeah, it really is. And I'm blessed that I've got awesome help. Chris has been a huge help with a lot of the promotional stuff, the flyers and the awesome Facebook posts. But you still got to have all your information and your schedule set and your pricing and all the ducks got to line up before you cut it loose, because as soon as something's not right, it'll bite you in the tail.
Yeah, we know.
Oh yeah. How much tail you got left?
Well,
You've been bit
As
once
I-
before?
as I get older, oh yeah,
Yeah.
I've been bit.
You know
I've
about
been
that. We
bit.
all do. We all do.
Yeah.
You just that one little thing
of the
could bite
things-
pretty hard.
Yeah, for sure. And that's some of the, I've had some great mentors in the past, guys like Bill Rager and Josh Keck, were some of the icons that I looked up to, and Zach Levinek and Josh Bates also. And we've had some closed door discussions and how do you deal with this and how do you handle that, and the long and short of it is it's like any. And I'm not comparing myself to any kind of professional athlete in any means, but you have to have that short memory or let it go, handle it, be done, and move on. Because the first hour of this event was a dumpster fire, but we got to make the next 4 hours be awesome, type of a thing. Or this whole event was a dumpster fire. Make your next one better, or however, whatever. You just have to learn how to adjust and in short memory, learn from your mistakes and your lessons and try to get better next time.
No, I mean, we just had that situation when me and Ridley went down to Motor City Regional. Not, some stuff out of his hands. He shows up and the room wasn't available when it was supposed to be. And you would think running this stuff for as long as you guys have, you've seen every situation, but nope. Seems like every time, boom, something new pops up, which is good and bad.
Yeah, about the time you think you've seen it all, you'll see something new for sure. It never fails, and it boggles my mind. I've been an ACL director now for I want to say 7-ish years, maybe 8, as an ACL director. And I continuous, and part of that is the ACL is making continuous strides to improve with their software and the rules and regulations and it's a constant evolving thing. So it's a task for us directors to stay completely up to date and on top of all of it. Because I mean, Chris logs into my software and helps with some of the local events. And yeah, out of nowhere, they didn't announce that they're releasing new director software. It just, you log in and the whole thing changed. It's all different. It's just like, all right, well, that's cool. Let's figure it out.
It was literally week to week because I ran it the week before and it was like what it was before, and then the next week it was what it is now, and I'm like, and then they changed names on subtitles, and I'm like trying to dive through this.
Really?
And I figured it
Yeah.
out, but
Yeah.
But you
But
think
yeah,
you
it's like that. So you have to be able to think on your feet and out of the box and all that good stuff. All the cliches. Pick a cliche. But at the end of the day, you know, we're human. We're going to do our best to put out the best product that we can for the players, and you know, keep your fingers crossed.
yeah. So you talked a little bit about states. When's that going to happen this year?
May 29th through the 31st. Got the venue booked. We're at 810 Sports Complex again. It wasn't my first choice, but with the size of the space that we needed and the budget that we have, you know, kind of forecasting the amount of players I think we're going to have ish. It's really hard to bite the bullet on a great big fancy expensive venue and not utilize it to its extreme and not be able to recoup that money to pay the bills, which is something that I'm working on, taking strides and being better about, is finding sponsorships and alternative ways of financing this circus, because it's exactly that.
even the circus has sponsorships.
They do, and I applaud the people. Like we were all at the big freeze under the bridge. Robert Yo did a phenomenal job of securing sponsors and promoting and doing all that stuff. And I wish I was better at that. That is I've got a laundry list of shortcomings, but that's near the top of the list. Is my ability to not necessarily sell what I do, because I think I'm very passionate about what I do, and I'm very proud in how organized and smooth my events run for the most part. But how do you monetize that to tell somebody, if you give me thousands of dollars, you're going to get what back in return? That's the part I can't sell. I don't know how to sell the return on the investment.
Sure, I understand that too.
But if I can get better at that, yes, I've got some bigger and better things planned. I've got a couple emails out right now communicating with some larger style local businesses, some financial institutions and such, because I see their name on all kinds of cool stuff they're sponsoring, local stuff around the area. It's like, well, that's cool. How about this? This is just as cool in my opinion. So we'll see. I'm throwing it out there. I'm trying to get better. Steve Barnard threw me some tips and ideas, so I'm going to lean on some of his expertise, but he's still trying to figure it out as well.
I mean, if you're going to get some tips from somebody, I would say you started in the right spot. He acquired 4 sponsorships for that minor league teams within 30 minutes.
Yeah,
it's
pretty quick.
Yeah, and he's in a bit of a catbird seat there because of his
network
graphic influence.
Network, all that stuff.
For one.
Yep.
Oh my gosh, his network watching his growth in the last 2 or 3 years, ridiculous. That boy has been blowing up, which is impressive. It is absolutely impressive. But he's putting in the work. I mean, there's no doubt about it.
Yeah, I've seen his house and his basement, and I could tell. I mean, he's sitting there 24/7, doesn't leave, goes through, probably orders a new chair every month.
I do.
But yeah, it's awesome to see that grow, be a part of it. Just the whole Michigan cornhole as a whole, watching a lot of it grow. And
yeah, no, it's definitely exploding. And that's where I'm hoping we can kind of flex this minor leagues event, having it, not be a showcase event, but having it be like a little side circus, if you will, at the state tournament. I mean, give it some live stream love, and hopefully these first couple of events that we're kicking off before my regional on the 28th of this month, March. That'll be the kickoff for the teams, I believe.
Yeah, the
And
27th.
Right. Yeah. Friday
Yep.
night we're gonna roll the teams, and then that's gonna turn into, after the teams event, do a big blind draw for open doubles points. So I'm hoping that generates, with all the people that are coming for the blind draw, I'm hoping they get into watching it and seeing it, and then they're gonna start picking their teams, and in the cheerleading sections, if you will kind of help morph it and blow it up. Like, man, you got to see this. So I'm liking it to kind of the energy. I'd like it to see it get to the kind of energy that we have at the Eagle State Crew Cup Championships.
I was
That's
just
the
thinking
exact
that. Same
There's an
thing,
energy
even if it
about
doesn't.
that.
Yeah.
You walk in there knowing that I'm looking forward to playing this. That this is going to be awesome. And
Even if it doesn't continue as an ACL minor league
Right.
event, just keep it as Michigan as a club event. And then, there's already talk, and I've said it,
There's
having a
possibility.
draft, having like 2 captains on a team, and then we can make up our own rules. Best of 5 with a crew cup team. Who knows? So many options, but having a nice draft at some venue or something, and just make it huge and show it to the rest of the 49 states, and Michigan's all about it.
Right.
that's the one thing I'm excited about with the minor league team stuff, is I can definitely see the potential there of growth and how to get more players in there. And I was talking with somebody on the way here. I was like, the cool thing about it is you get these people that are on the fringe about it, and they're going to sit there and watch it. And, I just hope it, like you said, builds that fire inside of them so they can go chase something other than, just throwing bags.
Right. And so I was awarded the opportunity to be a state minor league teams organizer when they first started bringing it out earlier this year.
Yeah.
But because of my current workload at both my day job and the blue collar hustle, I didn't feel that I could give it the due diligence that it needed to be successful. And I didn't want to like mail it in or phone it in and let somebody else deal with it. But now that I see how things are evolving, the partnership with you and Steve, with Chris and Steve there at the Gophers, it's okay to delegate and have helpers and kind of do it as a unit versus it's not all on one person kind of a thing.
I mean, me and you have talked about this off to the side before. Delegating sometimes is better than not delegating at all. So, I mean, this is one of those few examples that you see the success in that, where you hand it off and you get to see things take off, and you can always be a part of it.
Yeah.
But, it's like, it's not all on one single person. It's on a group of people to make it work.
Right. And
And
that's
this-
where, if I get the opportunity for involvement next year, I still don't want to be the state level director. You guys are doing a bang up job. That's all yours. But I got a feeling there will be a blue collar squad next year for sure.
Yes.
And
Look
more the
forward to that.
merrier.
Right. Like I said, even if it's not an ACL thing, we could just do a 2 times a year Michigan club championship, like almost just like the Eagles, like you're saying. But
Exactly.
yeah, this year too, I know, you talking about creating a team, but it was like you just had to make that decision quick, yes or no. I mean, it came out
Right,
pretty
right.
quick. Get your roster, do this, do that. Can I do this? Can I do this?
I mean,
I
really,
need to
like,
make the decision like now, and I'm not ready, so no.
literally in under 2 months, it went from nothing to
Yeah.
like, we got 6 teams.
Yeah, or more. I mean,
More if you count
A's
the
and B's and Motor Cities, and
What-
yeah.
Well, we have a total of 12,
5 A
13,
teams.
13 teams.
Yeah,
And there's 5 on A and currently 7 on B. So, yeah.
yeah. Well, is Motor City is not even on the schedule.
There's no A.
Oh, there's no
They're
A.
on the,
Okay.
they're on the B.
My bad. But yeah,
No, you're
just
good.
keep it growing.
But, yeah. So you talked a little bit about it. So you want to talk a little bit about how Blue Collar started?
Oh we could talk
We
for
got all
hours and
day.
hours.
Well,
Yeah.
I do have one, and I've never asked you this, Chaz, but like, when did you either know or throw or see your first cornhole bag thrown, or what event did you go to?
Yep. So
I
my
don't know this.
Yeah, no, my first event was not unlike most folks. We went to a Labor Day cookout party at some friend's house, and I seen these, real flimsy. They were like 2x2 frames with half-inch plywood, and they were throwing what looked like blue jean shaped or colored bags, and they legitimately were just blue jeans with feed corn on the bounciest boards you've ever seen. And they said, all right, hey, it's time for the blind draw. Who wants in? $5 a player. And nobody really knew what they were doing, but we pulled cards. And my wife got partnered up with a fella who was in the family, and he had been playing for a while. So her claim to fame was she won her very first tournament as a blind draw. And me being the thinker that I'm, like, oh my God, that was an absolute riot. I had a blast. I got to figure out how to replicate that and build them. So I literally started cutting up pants and had my mom sew up some bags. And I'm a carpentry inclined from way back. So I started mocking some things up and building some boards. And then the more you investigate and learn, I seen better plans online for boards and dimensions and all this. And it just snowballed from there. So we said, oh man, those are good looking boards. Can you make me some? And here we go.
Nice.
Yep.
That's probably 80% of the cornhole stories right there, backyard.
Yep. And that's where it was. And then so from there, it morphed into, ran into an old friend, Todd Beatty. We were at a store or something, and he said, hey, you play cornhole, right? You got to come up to Madden's and play cornhole with us. I'm like, really? Is that a thing? And this was indoors in the wintertime, and they were doing, I don't know, some version of Switcholio or something. It was before all the software. So the wife and I went up there, and we paid to get in, and I met some icons of local cornhole guys like Scott Rice and Mike Boyer and Greg Katovich, Derek Singleton, Chris Perkins, Tim Hodeling. That's where I met ATF. They were a squad long before Blue Collar.
Wow.
I met those guys all up there, and man, it was an addiction from day one.
Usually that's what happens.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, go
Go
ahead.
ahead. No, you go ahead.
Honestly, it didn't take long from there meeting, because Craig Katovich and I hit it off pretty well and became really good friends. And I talked him into joining up at the Eagles Club to become an FOE member, just because that's what Eagle members do. They try to bring good people into the organization. And with all of it going on, and we're playing leagues now at Madden's on Tuesday nights in the summertime, and he said, man, we should see if we can start playing cornhole up here, because we wanted to get more practice. Because back then, you didn't have 4 or 5 nights a week where you could play organized cornhole. You're lucky to find a tournament or two a month, and you might have to drive an hour or 2 hours to get there, only to run into like Mike Jacquez and Tom Fulton or Zach Elevenick and Jeremy Jackson and Taco and those guys. So as we need to practice more than just once a night. So we started running stuff at the Davis and Eagles, and on a bar napkin sitting at one of the tables in the back, I had this brainstorm of an idea for a logo for my company. And earlier that week, I had bought some bags from Zach Elevenick, who had a bunch of boards that he had a builder throw together for him. And when I say throw them together, they were adequate backyard cornhole boards. And I'm going to leave it at that. There wasn't nothing shiny or fancy about them, but he built and sold a ton of them. And I asked him about it. I said, man, you really knock out a bunch of these boards. He goes, yeah, these are just basic blue collar backyard boards. I'm like, And it stewed in my head as I'm driving home, and I'm thinking about it. I was like, man, I grew up in Flint all of my life, and I've been a blue collar worker my entire life. And blue collar means something different to me. So I asked him about it, if I could steal that moniker and name, and he said, yeah, he didn't, it didn't mean anything to him. And I drew what I thought was a picture of a bag flying away, and I thought I had a pretty cute logo. And when I met with my first graphic designer to actually turn it into a logo, he stretched it and sharpened it and came up with that iconic BCC diamond and the cool pointy font, and I'm like, oh my gosh, that's so cool. And I got goosebumps right away. I'm like, put it on a shirt. I got to have it right now. And it just stuck. And it was started at a bar napkin at the Davis Eagles Club.
Crazy how things work.
Yeah. And Craig and I, to this day, are still best of friends. We still volunteer as chairman on the state cornhole tournament, and he comes out and plays leagues and helps with stuff when he can. But, life and kids happen. I was fortunate that my kids were more grown than most folks, so I'm a little bit in the older age bracket. So I'm afforded a little more free time without the kids. But
Yeah,
it's
you're
nice.
lucky.
Now my kids help out.
Hey, what did you want me to say? It was set up.
Oh, I put it on a tee for you, brother.
He is not in that
Teed
situation.
it right up.
Yeah, I wouldn't be where I'm at either. But my kids were almost grown. Same thing. And one just stopped playing travel baseball and got a job and gave up some free time to me. So that's it. It's one or the other for sure.
Yeah.
It's hard to do both.
Yep, and I totally get it when people have to pull away for family responsibilities, because it's on my trailer, it's on a lot of our boards and stuff. Family is everything, and I wouldn't be where I'm at without my family and a bunch of others' families. Craig's family, now Chris's family. My niece is always is a constant. My nephew is one of the better players in the state. So it's kind of one of those things that I totally get it, and if people family's got to come first. It absolutely has to.
Right. I agree. But, well, I know we can check you out on Facebook and some other places. Anything else you'd like to add before we let you go, Chaz?
No, just I'm blessed and thankful at all the support we've had. We've been doing 50-50s for my niece. A lot of folks have read about it and helping out with the family. So that's very touching. We've got some upcoming leagues if people are looking for more fun. We just wrapped up our co-ed league, but the next session starts next Wednesday, March 18th. Co-ed, no PPR cap. We're going to run it wide open round robin for the 8 weeks, and then we'll divvy up into divisions for tournament time. This last one, we had 36 teams, was wildly successful. I don't expect with the weather and the type of in the season the next one to be as big, but I'm hoping for as much.
Right.
And then we got coming up I'm going to start June 1st, the Davison Monday Night Outdoor League. And we're going to change it up this year from instead of trying to squeeze in 2 8-week sessions where you're losing weeks to holidays and rainouts and whatnot. We're going to make it 1 10-week session starting June 1st, and we'll be done projectedly the first or second week of August.
Pretty good.
And that one will be a tiers, divisions, with some sort of PPR restrictions per division. I have yet to look back at historically what we did, but typically we've been blessed and had 3 divisions out there with competitive, intermediate, and novice. It's just really hard for that novice, because some of the novice players are getting pretty good. They're on their third year of being novice. It's like,
Right.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
But you hate to move them up and let them get their fannies waxed, because then they quit, and that happens too.
Mm-hmm.
But
Or
that's part of the
if you move them
struggle,
up
is
and they get
making-
waxed, then the next session you can move back down. But if you're only going to do one session, now they got a whole year to think about it.
right.
Who knows if they come
Yeah.
back? Yeah.
Yep. And there's the old adage, you can't make everybody happy, but
No.
at the end of the day, if as a director or in any kind of customer service based industry, like being, running cornhole or doing anything for public, you've got to know going in you're not going to make them happy, but you still have to have that as your goal.
Yes.
And that's been my constant mindset. I try to not let it bother me. Like I said, get back to that short memory thing. Water, let it flow, be done, move on, next. Because there's going to be a next. There's always going to be a next. But so that's the end game, is try to make it as fun and fair for as many people as you can, and hopefully everybody appreciates it and comes back.
Well, it sounds like you're going to be busy here real quick. So you got that, like you said, you got your co-ed league starting again next Wednesday at GBL. And so then you got all your 3
2
days
weeks
a
is a
week stuff going on
regional
too.
with the
Yeah,
big
we
blind
got
draw on Friday. Then Saturday's the regional. We got the minor league teams that you got the chance to host the first minor leagues event. So that's
Yeah,
cool.
I'm pumped for that. That's
Yeah.
going to be awesome. Yeah, and then tack that on to all my weekly stuff. Monday
Yeah.
night, we're at the Gas Alley Bar at the Dixie Motor Speedway. They got a brand new epoxied floor, so it's nice and clean and shiny in there. Tuesday night, I'll be running Sugarbush Golf Club, $3 taco nights, 3 rounds of swap for points, and then a blind draw for more points. So if you're looking for local ACL points, you can
That's up a
double up
lot.
in one night on Tuesday
Yeah.
nights. And it's a
That's
good
actually
time.
one of that's one
Oh,
of
go
our
ahead.
most successful things we did recently is that Tuesday nights wound up being really good.
20 plus every time. It's nice.
And it's awesome, Chris. And you set it up with the 3 rounds in the blind draw, because I've heard the mumblings. Oh man, I'd love to go, but them swaps in the blind draw take all night. We'll be there till midnight. No, we only do 3 rounds, and um, Chris runs a pretty tight show. I'm gonna hopefully try to follow in his footsteps and keep it running smooth and clean like that. And we're usually done by 10:30.
Yeah, 10:30 is usually about the number. The bracket
Yeah.
play you can't dictate the time.
Right. Yeah.
Yep.
And the players. The players got to help out too, being ready to play when their name gets called, that type of stuff too.
But
So
yep.
keep going. That's
so we
Wednesdays
got
is your
those.
co-ed.
Wednesdays are co-ed at GBL. Everybody can sign up. You can pre-register on the app. The app is set up right now. Pre-registration is available, or you can walk up the day of. The problem that I have with this app, one of the few shortcomings, is that once we start the program, the schedule of events, you can't add anybody
I was
unless
just
there's a
gonna ask
ghost
that.
team. Yeah, you can replace a ghost with a team, but you can't add any. Once it's started, the schedule's built. Short of scrapping it and starting over, which is one of my biggest pet peeves on the
Yeah.
planet, is reshuffling it. Oh my gosh, I hate it.
Yeah, we know about that.
Or
Yeah,
your first or second pet peeve, one would be reshuffling it, and two, that means you're not starting on time.
exactly.
And
You
I know how you
nailed
like
it.
to start on time.
Oh my gosh. Oh my god, and I give all that credit to Josh Keck. He drove that into my head as a director. Man, if you can't start on time, nothing else is going to go right.
Yep.
Like, yeah, well, that makes sense. I get it. And then Thursday nights at everybody's favorite Montrose Pub. That place is it's dark, it's cramped, it's loud, but everybody that plays there loves it. And we constantly new faces every week, it seems like. And it's just a lot of fun. 6 rounds of switch, pipe shot, bounty. It's just always a good time.
Yeah, buddy.
And
And
most
then
of your events are what?
I get Fridays off.
all your events $10, Chaz?
No. Sugarbush is the only one that's $10 because
Okay.
it's a dual points thing, and then all the other ones, the Dixie at the Gas Alley and the Montrose Pub are $5 to play, optional $5 bounty.
That's
Yeah,
what I thought.
keeping it-
$5. Just some of you guys knew it. It's new. It's $5. Go try it out. You get 2.5, 3 hours of fun for $5.
And if you're drinking, you're probably no further in than $40 for your night.
Yeah. Yeah. So
And that was the thing. It comes down to listening to the players when I'm asking them what gets you out, what helps make this something you can do. And everybody's thing is always affordability and time. With kids and stuff, I get it. I can't adjust that. I can't
Yeah.
adjust your kids' soccer schedule or whatever, but I can make it more affordable if that's what it's going to take to draw more folks out.
It's a step in the right direction. Yeah. So I thought you had a couple different price points, so I wanted to get that out there too.
Yep. Nope. Nice catch.
But yeah, I appreciate you being on the podcast finally, Chaz. I know we had talked about it for a few months here. I'll make sure I'll post everything on our show notes with the ACL states and all your events for this episode.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, man. I
Hey.
appreciate you coming on here.
Yeah.
You boys have safe travels and good luck this weekend. You're heading down to
Oh, thank
Tennessee,
you.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Tennessee Interstate.
Tennessee
Outstanding.
Interstate. So keep
Get
looking
lots
out
of
for
picks.
some more states updates from Blue Collar. Again, that's at the end of May 28th, right, to 30th.
29th through the 31st.
29th through the 31st. So 810, but keep looking for more updates on that.
And you know me, I bought a new gadget, so I'm gonna play with that this weekend when we're down
We'll
there.
have some fun.
Oh boy, some live streaming in the field.
Yes.
Maybe.
Oh, I like how you said maybe, and I'm just straight up yes.
Yes.
He just throws
He's
it
not
out. I was
even
going to be
hiding
a teaser.
And I honestly knew nothing about it ahead of time.
I was just
know
going
how
to say,
Chris-
a shocker
Yeah.
you guessed that.
yeah.
Weird.
What
I
else
know
would
how
it
his
be?
head works.
But, all right,
That's
man.
awesome.
We'll catch
Awesome.
you later, buddy.
Yep. Appreciate it,
Great
Chess.
chat, fellas. Good luck.
Yep. Thanks.
Bye.
Well, I hope you guys enjoyed that interview. If there's anything you guys have questions about for ACL States, go ahead and reach out to me, Steve, or Chaz himself. He'll be more than happy to answer your questions about it. If you have any questions about ACL teams still, I know this is the weekend that we submit, so you probably will need to get a hold of Steve Barnhart or Josh Bates because we'll be in Tennessee. I don't know how much I'm going to be able to answer your questions.
We'll be road tripping, and don't yell at us if we don't answer it if you ask us. But reach out to Blue Collar for the state tournament if you guys have any questions. But again, like we said, keep watching his page, and for more info on that, got the most important part, the dates and venue. So
Absolutely.
lock that in, save that date, find a partner, find a crew cup team, all that kind of stuff. So
Everything's going to be there, even teams. We'll be playing teams.
minor league teams is going to be there. So, yeah.
But, yep, until the next time, we'll keep rolling with the pine.
Thanks for your support. Roll the pine.